The Bears 2025 kicks off this Bears Now mailbag. My name is Harrison Graham. He asks, could the Bears trade for Blake Corum if he falls to RB3 after the Rams drafted Jarquez Hunter? Yeah, I found that as an interesting pick in the draft because, Colin and I were here for all 7 rounds, and we're reacting to other picks. And I remember thinking, what does that mean for Corum? Because there's been reports that they're trying to extend Kyron Williams, so I don't think he's going anywhere. Hunter is much more explosive, has more speed than Blake Corum. I got Corum last year, and look, there could be a lot of reasons for this. They had some running back injuries, or the offensive line injuries in the middle of the year that could have played a role, but I was pretty underwhelmed. He looked small and slow. Now, you might say, well, Kyle Monunga is small and slow. It's like, haven't seen him play yet either. I mean, maybe he's not going to be good. Who knows? You don't have to be fast. You don't have to be big to be a good NFL running back, but I feel like a lot of the tacklers he was able to shed in college, you weren't seeing that last year. Now, it's rookie year. I'm not saying Blake Corum can't play in the NFL. What I am saying is if he's available for trade, I wouldn't look at him as like that's a cure-all situation for this running back room. Like, to me, he probably just jumps into the competition with Roschon and Monunga if you bring him in here. Like, I don't think you could view that as a clear upgrade situation. Loved him at Michigan. Great vision. Good jump cut back. But, yeah, I'm a little hesitant to think that that's going to be – like, I'll put it this way. I'd probably rather just sign Nick Chubb or J.K. Dobbins than give a pick for Blake Corum. Would you trade a late-round pick for Corum? Type Y for yes, type in for no. If it's a 6th or 7th, that's fine, but I was a little underwhelmed his rookie year. Okay, Cody Munson with the question. Realistically, can we get both Za'Darius Smith and Jadeveon Clowney? Should both be about $8 million. Cut baits, extend a few players, restructure contracts, converting salary cap hits into signing bonuses, yada, yada. Yeah, I won't comment too much on the money part of it. They can make it work if they want to with some of those avenues like you mentioned. I don't think you need both, to be honest. Like, you could never have enough pass rushers, but I do think needs a strong word. I would really like to add one more, though. I would say it's a borderline need to add another edge rusher, whether it is Za'Darius Smith, whether it is Jadeveon Clowney or someone else. I think both would fit in well. Clowney fits the measurables Dennis Allen likes. Has been a really good run defender throughout his career, kind of a streaky pass rusher. He comes and goes in that regard. Za'Darius Smith, a better pass rusher, a little more inconsistent as a run defender. So, yeah, if you told me they signed up one of these cats for, $5 to $8 million, I would be all over that. Tricky, are you concerned the Lions moved off Swift in a Ben Johnson offense? Well, you have to remember a couple of things. One, Ben Johnson, that was his first year as the play caller. So, I don't think he had the cachet in that organization yet that he did clearly the last year and a half. So I don't think he's going to management and being like, we're trading Swift. Like, if that were the case, I think there would have been more buzz around that once he got this job. And he's spoken nothing but highly about Swift. Two, you got to remember they felt I can't remember who they brought in at the time, but they felt pretty good about some other guys in that room. I guess actually it was, if I'm getting my timing right, I guess that would have been going into Johnson's second season as the play caller. But remember, they had paid David Montgomery, who's more of a physical back, and they drafted Jahmyr Gibbs, or they were eyeing him. I can't remember exactly when Swift got dealt, but there were reasons. It wasn't just like this guy stinks or something like that. Like, remember, Swift had a good year in Philadelphia. So I think if they were majorly concerned, you'd hear more about it. Now, did they want to add to this running back room? That's pretty clear. They tried to get Travion Henderson in the draft. I think they were interested in Ashton Genty as well. But that didn't work out. I think they'd still like to add a running back, but I do think Swift will have a role on this football team no matter what. Something you guys should get no matter what is Mando's products. Whole body deodorant available at shopmando.com. Today's show is sponsored by Mando. The weather is hot as spring is ongoing and summer is around the corner. I'm excited to get out of the house even more. Play some golf, go to some baseball games, play outside with my son. Looking forward to it, and even more so because I've been using the Mando whole body deodorant. Because unlike some other deodorants I've tried, it can actually handle anything. When I say whole body, that's what I mean. Mando's products are safe from head to toe, whether it's your pits, thigh folds, belly buttons, even your balls. Mando has you covered. Mando offers different deodorant products, including the solid deodorant stick, the spray deodorant, and perhaps the most convenient one, the one I find myself using a lot when I'm out and about, the deodorant wipes, which are easy to dispose of. The Mando Starter Pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with the solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like the mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. You can kind of figure out which products you like better. And as a special offer for our audience here at Bears Now, you can get $5 off with code CHAT, which equates to over 40% off your starter pack with code CHAT at shopmando.com. That's SHOPMANDO.com, promo code CHAT. Tell them we sent you. It helps support the show. Smell fresher, stay drier, boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando. Adam Downing says, is it better that they didn't take Jim, I assume you mean Harbaugh, last year, or that they waited and now have been? I think multiple things can be true. Well, really, trio of things. One, maybe Harbaugh never takes the job. I know that's been thrown out there. We had someone tell us at Chat Sports that he was at least interested in the idea of being the Bears coach. Now, whether or not him and Kevin Warren could have coexisted, no idea. There was friction there from the Big Ten. Number two, I am as thrilled as anybody that the Bears got Ben Johnson. I would not change anything. That being said, it is egregious that the Bears brought back Matt Eberflus last year. I said it at the time that if you're going to reset at quarterback, that there is enough evidence here that you should reset at head coach. He was bad in crunch time of games. They weren't developing offensive talent, especially at quarterback. Like, Justin did not improve under Matt Eberflus, especially in that second year. He didn't take a step forward. Like, this is not the head coach you keep. You don't just fire the OC and expect Flus to bring in the right guy. Like, that's not the route you should have gone. Maybe you could have gotten Ben Johnson last year. Maybe Jim Harbaugh would have gotten the job. Regardless of that being the case, I get we're all happy now, and I am too, but that doesn't mean, like, oh, you get a pass because as an organization you gave Matt Eberflus a third year. That was always moronic, and I said so on this program a numerous amount of times. Okay, Talking Dog, can Dennis Allen make this a top 15 defense with the current roster? Oh, yeah, I think top 15. I mean, it was a top 15 unit with Flus until he got fired. The wheels kind of fell off, but, it was still good. And I think this aggressive style defense, press man on the outside, exotic coverages, I think it'll be top half for sure. Now, going to be a top 10 unit with the current pass rush in place? Some question marks in the secondary? I don't know. I think it can. Would I bet on it? I probably wouldn't bet on it. I would bet top 15, though. I think this will be a good unit. The question is whether or not it'll be a great unit. I think it could be, but I could also see it being like, pass rush is average, so it's the 13th best unit in the NFL instead of the 7th. Okay, subscribe to the channel. Excuse me. We do these mailbags every live show, Monday and Thursday, so if you want to be a part of these, subscribe, turn on notifications so you know exactly when we go live. We drop videos every single day as well, so don't miss out here on the channel. Malcolm, where do you rank Darnell Wright amongst right tackles in the league? I mean, without looking at literally all 32 projected starting right tackles, I think he's probably top 10. He's probably closer to 10 than 5 right now. Like, he's not Penei Sewell, but I think he's on a similar trajectory. Maybe not quite to that level, but he quietly last year was really good. Remember that week 2 against Houston? He was pretty bad and got embarrassed late in the game. Will Anderson got him. It was like, ooh. Yeah, we need Darnell to take a step. And I thought he did. I thought after that game he played a lot better, and especially the last couple of months. Like his rookie season, he flashed, you saw the upside, but there were some technique issues. He had some penalties, what you would expect out of a rookie tackle. Year 2 started a little slow. There were some nerves from us on the outside, but, really settled in, played some good football. This year it's about, being more consistent from week 1 on and being more dominant as well. Like, we've seen him be dominant. Like, he really is a really, really good player. Again, can he become a great player? That's the next step for Darnell. Blake Sanders, is there a realm where the Bears go 6-0 to start the season? So you win against Minnesota on Monday night. You win at week 2 against the Lions. Beat the Cowboys and Raiders at home. Win in Washington, beat the Saints. I mean, not the craziest thing. If you somehow win your first 2, I think they'll be favored against Dallas at home if they're 2-0 with wins over the Vikings and the Lions. You'll be favored in Las Vegas. Maybe you're a slight dog in Washington if you're 4-0 coming off the bye, but you wouldn't be a big dog. and you'll be a huge favorite against New Orleans almost no matter what. So, yeah, it's possible. I would bet more of like 4-2, but it's at least a possibility. Like I would not dismiss that happening. Fill in the blank. The Bears RB2 will be. Don't think it'll be Blake Corum to the question earlier, but is it Roschon Johnson, Kyle Monangai, Nick Chubb, someone not on the team? What say you? LaCora over under 3.5 division rival wins. Man. I think on my initial record prediction, I had them going 4-2. I think I had them splitting Minnesota and Green Bay and sweeping Detroit, which sounds kind of crazy. 3.5 is a good number. I think if you wanted to be safe, you would bet under and be like, they'll probably go 3-3 or even 2-4, but they need to win at least 3. Let's at least go 500 in the division. Appreciate the questions. Hashtag Bears Super Chat. We can get a couple more in here. Juliana, what are your predictions for the standings of the NFC North this year? I'm probably going to do a full video on this at some point. I still think today, sitting here, even though I did predict the Bears to sweep Detroit, I think you have to give Detroit the early benefit of the doubt as the favorite. The last 2.5 seasons, they've been the best team in the division. Now, can they overcome the loss of Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn? Can Aiden Hutchinson come back and be dominant? If not, that's a big problem. But I would lean Detroit as the favorite. And then it's about ordering the other 3. I think you could make any argument for 2 through 4 from there. You could make a strong push that the Bears could be the second best team. Minnesota, if you told me J.J. McCarthy's the 15th best quarterback in the NFL, that roster's loaded. They're going to win a lot of games if that's the case. But if you tell me he has like a up-and-down rookie-style season like Caleb last year and you're more like the 23rd best quarterback, you could go 9-8 instead of 11-6, 12-5. So, yeah, I'm still flirting with it. I'm flirting with the take that I'm a little nervous to say. Could Green Bay finish last? Could they finish last? Just, I don't know. I think out of the I don't look at them as a team that improved on paper a lot this offseason. I'll put it that way. So time will tell. I don't want to fall into that trap because for 30 years now, like they've pretty much won 10 games or more other than like it's like once every like 6 years they have a disappointing year, and even that year they'll still win like 8 or 9 games. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm still kind of flirting with that. We'll probably do a video on that after like OTAs and after mandatory minicamp and just catch the vibe for all 4 of these teams. All right, appreciate the questions. If you have more, hit me up on social at HGramNFL, Twitter, and Instagram, and we will continue the conversation over there. And, of course, subscribe and be sure to join us for these live mailbags moving forward.